time to head to the next stop. Let's meet up with everyone in the parlor car.
Pom-Pom's not here yet?
Pom-Pom knows how to keep people on the edge of their seats.
Ahem! Apologies for the delay, dear passengers. Something important came up, so I, the conductor, had to spend some time preparing. Yeah, what was so important? I thought everyone knew. Our next destination is the planet of festivities, Penacony! I know everyone's eager to disembark and get to that famous stellar hotel, but before we set off, I should remind everyone of 3 things. First, Penacony is located in Asdana, a star system brimming with Memoria, which has historically been one of the macro voids that leaked out from the memory zone. Even after eons, the Memoria concentration up ahead is above normal levels. Usually this wouldn't be a huge problem, but everyone's different, so if you exhibit any signs of dizziness, hallucination, distorted memories, or any other symptoms, you should take them seriously. Second, Penacony is a colony belonging to the Harmony family. It also marks the first time this family has extended a public invitation to other factions. Please remember that the Express has been invited as a guest, and that we must adhere to any and all regulations.
Got it. When in Rome, as they say. Don't worry, conductor. We definitely won't embarrass the nameless.
Rome? Anyway, third and final. Rather than being a request, Pom-Pom has a favor to ask of everyone. If you could, I hope that while you're all on vacation, you could spare some time to help inquire about a few of the nameless.
Allow me to explain. Just like most of the worlds that the Express calls at, Penacony is one of the stops along the Silver Tracks. Several millennia ago, it was an IPC frontier prison, and it was the Trailblaze that connected it to thousands of stars. During that time, the Astral Express once visited Penacony. As with all meetings, they inevitably lead to goodbyes. As the Express's logs indicate, it seems some passengers decided to call Penacony their permanent home. Don't worry, just think of it as returning to your hometown. Following the Express's departure, the Stellarons cut off contact to myriad worlds, and Penacony's ownership switched hands several times. Why did these nameless choose to stay here? How did the course of their subsequent lives unfold? And what legacies did they leave behind? Retracing our predecessors' footsteps. That is in itself an adventure, wouldn't you agree? Even if they left the stars behind them, their trailblaze would not be over. That's also what the conductor thinks, isn't it? According to the passenger list, the 3 people who got off were Tiernan, Legwork, and Rosalina, the Express's guard, mechanic, and surveyor, respectively. No supplementary details are available.
Just names and occupations? And they don't even sound like their real names either. This'll be like looking for a needle in a haystack.
We'll just leave it to the stars of fate. Considering the Nameless's diversity, perhaps we might even stumble upon their descendants. Or, against the slimmest of chances, the very individuals themselves. We'll conclude today's navigation meeting on this point. There's a bit of time left before we jump. In the meantime, it might be a good idea to double-check your bags.
I'll broadcast an announcement before we jump.
There's still some time before the jump. I should talk to everyone.
How's it going? All packed and ready? There probably won't be any surprises happening on family territory, which is a bit of a shame if you ask me. But hey, It's rare that we can take a break and let loose. Let's enjoy it. Well, adventures are exhilarating, but rest and recuperation is equally important. Rest and recuperation aside, don't forget Pom Pom's request. The conductor has done plenty for us, and it's time to return that favor.
You're the picture of calm, as always. Meanwhile, March 7th's buzzing around like a kid on a sugar rush. I trust Penacony won't let you all down. But regarding the family's invitation, I do have some details that I wish to discuss with everyone, just not now. Let's enjoy our vacation for now.
I spoke to Mr. Yang. I'll be staying on the express this time. I wish you all a delightful time in Penacony. Thank you. I appreciate the invitation, but I don't like bustling places. And someone has to handle the work on the express. Pay no mind to the matters concerning the Xianzhou. Penacony isn't the final stop on our trip. We have plenty of time. Once everything is packed up, I will naturally catch up with all of you. I'd advise double-checking your bags. Word is that the family's customs procedure can be quite demanding. Better to sort it out now than face issues at your hotel check-in. I'd advise double-checking your bags. Word is that the family's customs procedure can be quite demanding. Better to sort it out now than face issues at your hotel check-in.
Camera, check. Extra clothes, check. Toiletries. Aw, drat! The travel bottles I ordered haven't arrived. Although, I hear that Penacony's resort hotel is pretty luxurious. I'm guessing their toiletries should be just as fancy. That means I can make more room in my suitcase. What else should I bring? You won't fit in the suitcase. Can't you walk? Maybe I should bring some novels or comic books. At least then I won't be too bored while staying in the hotel room. But these books are so heavy. Aw, this is hard. What else should I take?
It's about time. I should find a seat.
Aw, this is hard. What else should I take?
Not another one. Come with me. These questions have no meaning, but I will answer you as best as I can. This is the border between reality and the memory zone, a dreamscape. Right this moment, you and I have coincidentally shared the same dreamscape and appeared in each other's minds. This is the Land of Dreams' inaugural welcome for us. Worry not. For very quickly you will awaken from this dream, forget everything that has transpired with naught but a faint lingering of loss. Pay no mind, for this forgetfulness happens with each new dawn. It is an occurrence that we have become accustomed to for so long. So, come with me. I'll take you home. Left, to the end of the corridor. I will wait there for you. Galaxy Ranger Acheron. This is what they call me. You can call me whatever you want. Open this door. Take a look at the mesmerizing dreamscape while you can still remember.
This is... no way.
This way. After you.
Am I supposed to... How is this even... possible?
Why not?
She can hear the thoughts in my head?
Why not? We're almost there. Can you still walk? You're funny. If you can crack jokes, you're probably fine. Don't stop, don't turn back, don't look down. Or up, for that matter. These voices... they are just shadows of the dreamscape. Pay no heed to them. We're here.
Welcome to the Reverie. May you experience an unforgettable holiday. If you need help checking in, please head straight to the concierge.
Leave this realm and rise as you would on any other day. Forget this fortuitous encounter and return whence you came. But before you do, I would make a request of you. You may think it somewhat strange, perhaps even rude, but I wish to know. Have we met somewhere before? You evoke memories of an old friend. In the haze of my recollections, he crossed blades with me. Much like this surreal dreamscape where we stood close, yet forever out of reach. May I ask you a few more questions? I tend to forget things, which is why, rather than memories, I'm accustomed to using my emotions to capture what I normally wouldn't otherwise. The answer is inconsequential. Your spontaneous reaction is what matters. For instance, when you awaken in your room, your lips speak several names. Are they your companions? Family? Enemies? You seem to have forged unbreakable bonds with many people and many incidents. Might I ask if you fear losing these bonds? Then, if there was a vast dreamscape, so lifelike it's indistinguishable from reality. There, no one faces life's separations or deaths. Everyone attains their deserved happiness and lives joyfully ever after. I would ask, would you wish to stay? Now, imagine if this splendid dream were fated to fall apart. Friends, family, strangers, followed by the gentle breeze, soaring birds, the stars, and ultimately yourself. Everyone and every face they remember, the joy and the heartaches, the vows sealed and those left hanging, all will inevitably march towards a predetermined ending. If you had grasped the journey's finale right from its inception, I would ask, would you still embark on this journey? I know this is hard. You don't have to be hard-pressed to make a decision. As I have said, the answer is inconsequential. Hearing, touch, thought. Through these you gain emotions. Cherish them. With emotions, we make choices. And so we return to the original question. I would ask, do you still remember me? I understand. How interesting. For a split second, it felt like countless versions of you, alike yet distinct, gave entirely different responses. That was my final question. Thank you. We all have our paths to walk, so we shall bid our farewells. The Golden Dream is getting restless. In the coming nights of Long, I'm afraid you will face many tribulations and witness many tragedies. And finally, your sight will only see black and white. But please believe me that in that monochrome world, there will be a glimpse of fleeting red. And when you make a choice, it will reappear before you once more. What you must do now is ponder its significance. And then you can return to the waking world. That's where we all find our answers.
What's wrong? Why are you crying all of a sudden? Sounds like you had a nightmare. We just arrived in Astana and already... you should be careful. It seems your tolerance to memoria isn't the strongest. Don't fret. Dreams are often the reverse of reality. While you were sleeping, the express arrived at Penacony. Can you imagine? Yesterday's grim frontier prison is today's lavish hotel. I wish I could wander Penacony streets today, but I'm pretty train-tied at the moment. You'll have to be my eyes and ears while we're here. Gear up and make sure you've got everything. And before you step out, swing by the back and grab March. She's waiting for you there.
Is March 7th still packing her luggage?
You're up? How's your prep going? Welt and Himeko beat us to the punch, but I stuck around for you. Let's get going. Shall we go meet up with them now? Penacony, the planet of festivities. The universe's biggest and fanciest amusement park awaits.
Getting late. Where to now?
We're here at last! Oh, the family sure doesn't play around with their entry protocols. Our bags probably know what it feels like to be a celebrity now with all that attention. I wouldn't have put it past them to try and nab that Stellaron from inside you. Aside from that, I have to say the family has been really accommodating. Well, the hassle was worth it. Just look at this grand hotel lobby. And those endless rows. They're all rooms, right? Just think of the number of guests staying here. Where are our rooms? Come on, Mr. Yang and the rest must be at the front desk. Let's hurry up and meet them there.
Welcome to the Reverie. May you experience an unforgettable holiday. If you need help checking in, please head straight to the concierge. I'm Misha, a bellboy working here on Penacony. Pleased to be at your service. If you need help with your baggage...
Over here. Something's not right.
Should you need assistance with moving luggage to your room, feel free to contact me. Please, go ahead. Don't keep your friend waiting. Welcome to the Reverie. May you have an unforgettable holiday. Should you need assistance with moving your luggage to your room, feel free to contact me. Yeah, it is. The Reverie does not only provide accommodation for its guests, it is also connected to both Penacony's reality and dreamscape. Guests from all over the cosmos come here to immerse themselves in a marvelous, dreamy journey. Are you asking me? Well, it's not too bad. Many guests come and go, and I get to hear all about their adventures. A good question. Maybe not all dreams are false. Well, at least the ones in Penacony aren't. Or perhaps should I say they are... another reality? The hotel's dream pool provides a comfortable dream experience, so don't you worry about that. You'll know what I mean when you enter a dream. Penacony will not disappoint. Yes, this hotel is Penacony in real life, and Penacony in the dream is a place where miracles are born. A land of lavish joy, a grand banquet where the curtains never fall. It's hard to describe its magnificence in words. In any case, you will surely be awed. You are well informed indeed. It is an opportunity provided by the family and a tradition on the planet of festivities. Everyone gathers in the hall, reveling in merriment, pursuing opportunities, staking all they have on one desperate gamble. And finally, their dreams become reality. May you have a pleasant stay in Penacony.
Hey, what's the big gathering at the concierge about? We've just arrived and there's already drama?
I'm sorry, but your name really isn't in the system.
But in the information I received from the Astral Express, it states that we already reserved rooms. Please, check again for me.
Yes, ma'am. Please give me a moment. The Astral Express, for Platinum guest rooms, whose names include Mr. Welt Yang, Miss Himiko, Miss March 7th, and Mr. Don Hung. These are the only 4 names on the reservation list.
We've run into some trouble. Your name isn't on the hotel's reservation list. I understand. No wonder our friend's name here is missing. When we responded to the family's invitation, he hadn't even arrived on the express. Something came up in Don Hung's schedule, and he couldn't make it. I have an idea. Could you reassign his room? It's still the same number of people.
He's a new passenger aboard our Astral Express. We can vouch for his status.
Even if that is so, I'm afraid... No, I'm not doubting your status. It's just...
Well, it's just that right now, we're on the eve of the Charmony Festival. Penacony's most important moment of every era. And with the family's invite, all guests from all over the cosmos have thronged this place. Hotel security is on high alert with 0 room for error. And with such a last-minute change, it really isn't something that this young lady's words can resolve on a whim. My esteemed guests from the Astral Express, please do not make it harder for her.
We're sorry for all the trouble our check-in seems to have caused. Might I ask for your name?
I am the humble aventurine of the IPC's Strategic Investment Department. a non-performing asset liquidation specialist and subordinate to Supervisor Diamond. I was cordially invited by the watchmaker. I also happen to be a traveler that's had to stand behind you for quite a while.
Leave it to me. I've heard that the IPC has also received Penacony's invitation, so forgive me if I'm mistaken, but you must be the representative. The IPC's elite certainly does have an extraordinary air about them. I suppose such an exceptional figure such as yourself wouldn't mind paving a convenience for us?
I must be hearing things. Paving a convenience? Shouldn't I be saying this to you instead? I've been waiting here for more than 10 minutes. Do you know how many credits 10 minutes is worth to me?
It must be an inordinate number, which is why now, Mr. Aventurine, I have an investment that you absolutely cannot miss out on. The IPC's influence runs deep and wide, and their word wields the utmost authority. We hope to borrow your status to vouch for him. As such, you won't just be sparing much of your invaluable time, but also forging new friendships.
Well, this is interesting. And how will my new friends benefit me?
Now this is a topic very much worth getting into. Just as we are guests of the Watchmaker, why don't we make ourselves comfortable in Penacony before getting to know each other more elaborately?
Sounds good. But, Miss Navigator, I must point out that if I do something about it now, the time saved is from my own effort, not a favor from you all. But what you said in the second half, I loved it. Friends, yes, nothing is more precious than friends. Especially a right blazer like a Nameless. Going forward on this Penacony trip, I'll be counting on all my Trailblazer friends here. Looking forward to a delightful time with you all.
I'm glad you've put it this way. So about the vouching...
There you go, miss. Please allow him to check in on my account. I have an appointment with the family's Mr. Sunday. I will ask him to handle this matter later. Don't worry, I won't cause you any trouble.
But...
Ali, just a moment. The family cannot allow guests to enter a dream while bearing burdens.
Oh, speak of the devil, look who's here. It's Sunday, the most handsome man in Penacony. Along with a singer renowned across the universe, Robin.
He said you were the most dashing person in Penacony. How interesting.
I've kept you waiting, Mr. Aventurine. This way, please. Let us speak in private.
Astral Express guests, please come this way and rest your feet.
Wait, what? You're...
Hello, friend. How have you been? I sincerely hope you don't mind. My apologies for any perceived slight. To show my sincerity, I offer you 10,000 credits as a gesture of goodwill. That's the spirit. Nothing should come between friends. Tell me, whatever you need, it's on my tab. Please excuse me, I have some matters to attend to, so I must depart, but I'm sure we'll meet again soon.
Oh, wait a minute. I'm sorry, but are you the singer, Epsilon Superstar? If I can stop one heart from breaking, that's your song, isn't it?
I never thought a cutie like yourself would be a fan of mine.
Oh, it really is, Robin. To run into her in person here.
It is an honor to meet everyone.
Are you also a member of the family on Penacony like him?
Truth be told, I am a guest like everyone. Penacony is my hometown, but I left when I was older. I was graciously invited this time to return and sing a song at the Charmony Festival. The person you speak of is Sunday, my senior, and one of the local leaders at Penacony. He is also the organizer of this era's Charmony Festival. He heard you all ran into some difficulties, and sent me here to provide aid. Alas, I arrived a little later than usual. I sincerely apologize for any unpleasantness during your stay.
Please, be at ease. I have instructed Miss Allie to resolve the system error as soon as possible. I have also upgraded your rooms as token compensation. Please wait a moment for the hotel to arrange for suitable accommodation. Mr. Aventurine has an appointment with the Oak family and has checked in prior. On his behalf, I extend his apologies to everyone of the Astral Express and wish for an amicable partnership moving forward.
Thank you for stepping in to resolve this matter. But are you sure about the rooms? I wouldn't want your other guests to feel we were being given preferential treatment.
Please, rest assured that the family will personally undertake communications to handle this. It is only right that we, as the actual administrators, relieve you of any problems during your visit in Penacony. I apologize for taking up everyone's precious time, and we shan't keep you any longer. If you need anything else while in Penacony, the family stands ready to serve.
May your dreams be beautiful and pleasant.
It's just one surprise after another. But since that Mr. Which day was he? Sunday. Since Mr. Sunday's vouched for us, I guess we can finally check in normally? How does the saying go? Trouble comes in pairs?
There's also the saying, from misfortune comes bliss. Okay, there's no queue in the lobby now. Let's go find Miss Allie.
Esteemed guests of the Astral Express, your check-in procedure is complete. Please forgive us for any previous inconvenience caused. This is your Dreamscape Pass. It serves as your hotel room key, as well as a directory of all the amenities and information you require at the Reverie. It even provides smart assistants. At the same time, it is also Penacony's special, one-of-a-kind souvenir that belongs only to you. You can use the Dreamscape Pass's provided clock-in feature to record every moment of your wonderful dream, save your favorite happy bits, and create a Dreamscape scrapbook that is uniquely yours. Regarding the method of usage, the Dreamscape Pass will guide you through the process. I wish you all pleasant dreams in Penacony. You may take the elevator over there to reach your guest rooms.
All right, let's move out. A dream world! I heard that Penacony transformed the dreamscape into a majestic metropolis. What exactly would that look like? Oh, I can't wait!
Fancy a dreamscape sightseeing shopping tour?
Our rooms are down this way.
This is a long hallway. Is it just me, or is this hotel too big for its own good?
Quit giving me the stink eye.
We're finally here. Let's all head to our rooms first and put down our bags. Welt, how about a drink first? Penacony's Soul Glad is very famous.
Go on. We may be thinking of the same thing.
Do you remember the invite that the Express received?
The family's esteemed guests are cordially invited to Penacony to participate in our grand celebration. That's why we're here in the first place.
You recall correctly, but there was more to this invite. Witness the impossible in the realm of dreams. Find the legacy of the Watchmaker, father of Penacony, and thus the answer to the question, why does life slumber?
I don't remember that part of the invite. You mean there was a hidden message?
This is the part that intrigues me. The invite sent by the family was nothing more than a music box that, when wound, would play an accompanying tune. But the box that was sent to us was slightly unusual. The music it played had off-key notes in the background. I recorded these dissonant notes, and they were a perfect match with the gravity wave frequency when the Express made its warp jump. Also, the Express engine's spatial curvature was its encryption key.
A distress call method regularly used by the Nameless.
I can't be certain. It may be a masked fool's trap. From the execution itself, the Riddlers or Inquisition spirits could have done this themselves.
When did you discover this?
When we were handling that Law Fu Stellaron matter, I told Pom Pom about it first thing.
It's no wonder that IPC Ambassador also mentioned this Watchmaker. The invite he received must also have contained a hidden message, and it seems like he decoded it. There's something else on my mind. When the invite was brought up, that family leader mentioned being one of the actual administrators of Penacony, and that it was their duty to relieve us of any problems. In hindsight, there was more to that statement. He also had Miss Robin with him. I'm no singer, but her voice sounded a little strange. Would a singer really take to the stage if their voice wasn't in top shape?
Are you saying you suspect that the family did not send the invite and is hiding something from us?
It's possible. The fact that the family sent out invites to the other factions is already unusual, and your discovery confirms that there could be a third party involved. I take back what I said. This event is becoming more interesting with each passing second. Why didn't you tell the others?
We shouldn't interfere if this is just an internal affair of Penacony or the family.
But you said so yourself. This could concern the Trailblaze.
Well, I did. Which is why... Before we set off, I told March 7th and Don Hung about this.
So I was the only one kept in the dark then.
That's because you were zonked out the whole ride. No one had the chance to tell you.
Who sent the invite? What is the purpose of gathering all of the factions into Penacony? And why does the family choose to remain silent about their knowledge of this? There are too many unanswered questions. We must use the utmost caution before we go deeper. Right now, let's just focus on the conductor's request. We'll collect intel while enjoying this wonderful vacation. Penacony is, after all, a famed resort of the cosmos. Not many get a chance to even visit in their lifetime. Head back to your rooms, get some rest, and prepare to enter the dreamscape.
It's time to head back to my room. Before entering the dream, I should probably talk to the rest. Nice.
The decor in here is a little, loud for my taste. So this is how Astral High Society does things, huh? They say he's a historically important figure in Penacony, and tales of his life have been handed down over generations. Such tales encourage believers to come to the planet of festivities to pursue their dreams. He's an interesting fellow, that's for sure, and his legacy still has the power to draw people in. But how and why he's involved with that invite, and why his name popped up in the encrypted message allegedly sent by a nameless, I've got no leads for now. The family believes in the harmony, and their altruism is well known across the stars, a trait that is intimately tied to Penacony's stability and prosperity. But some factions have always been wary of the family, suspecting that their benevolence and eloquence belie an ulterior motive. So far, it seems to me that the family treats their guests with courtesy, so I don't think we need to worry about that for now. The Dream Penacony is divided into 12 moments. Personally, I'm interested in the moment of Soul. It's a visual dreamscape steeped in Penacony's history and civilization. Penacony's Grand Museum, the Primal Waking Library, the Paperfold Academy. The pasts that we chase may be stored in these places. Past the guest room's dream pool is the real Penacony. Let's get ready to move out. Pleasant dreams.
One peach soul glad, shaken, not stirred. one peach soul glad, shaken, not stirred.
Penacony is full of living legends. Us people from planet Screwlum never brag.
What's wrong? Not turning in? Can't find your room? Or do you have something on your mind? One can't discuss the planet of festivities without mentioning the watchmaker, Penacony's household name and figure. Fortune, fame, status. He built everyone's futures with his bare hands and became the symbol of dreams. But the veracity of these stories remains untraceable. Many have their own opinions on the watchmaker's origin and past, and there are even some who suspect he's a conceptual construct of the family. For now, I do not think this invite is linked to the watchmaker. His legacy, it sounds more like a marketing hook to drum up more traffic, if nothing else. An IPC ambassador who knows more than he lets on. A silver-tongued businessman. A flamboyant and debonair aristocrat. He could be all of them. My instincts tell me he's much more than meets the eye. Before the dust settles, we should maintain amicable relations with all camps, while keeping our guards up. The Dream Penacony is divided into 12 individual dreamscapes. I've heard that the destinations vary for different people when they first enter the dream. As for me, I look forward to the moment of scorched sand. Its wild winds, taverns, and festive choices have more of a nameless Trailblaze vibe. The moment of morning dew is also a decent choice. I can use that chance to visit the family. You must be exhausted from everything that's happened so far. Even if you're trailblazing, you mustn't forget to relax. Good night, and sweet dreams.
Where's March 7th? Has she returned to her room already? Odd. Why is my room door open?
Can't sleep from all the excitement, huh? I can't wait to experience the dream world. The moment of dusk, obviously. How can you not visit the shopping paradise when you're at the resort of all resorts? I'm all ready to fill my bags to the brim. After doing my shopping, I'll get all dolled up in an evening gown to attend Miss Robin's show at Penacony Grand Theater. You know, it's weird. Welt noticed it too, about how Miss Robin's voice sounded somewhat weary. I can't quite put my finger on it, but it was different than usual. Could she be tired out from her cosmic concert tour? Insisting on performing under such circumstances. Miss Robin is a superstar among celebrities. Here I was thinking of some good old relaxation. But nope. This event is a wild ride. The various factions deciphering the riddle, a power struggle of past legacies. It feels like we're in a live-action detective saga. Who knows? Maybe we'll even witness classic scenarios like family feuds, tragic losses, worlds torn apart, espionage situations, rivers running red with blood, stuff like that. This is simply too thrilling. Just kidding. How could that be possible? Don't worry. Welt and Himeko will have our backs if things go wrong. Let's just make the most of it all while we're here.
He's...
How fortuitous. We meet again. That's right, pal. Calm down. I'm just here to soak in the festive vibe. This may be your room now, but half a system hour ago, it was still mine. A lucky block number, a lucky floor, a lucky room number. You have no idea how much I went through to book this precious space. And now I've given it to you. Treasure it well, friend. Of course. What, you thought the family acted simply out of their own goodwill? Penacony's a true blue land of dreams. How many across the stars would spend half their lives just to acquire an admission ticket into the reverie? Think about the type of people who can even afford to stay here. If it wasn't for my brilliant plan, you think the family would offend those bigwigs just to sate the paltry whims of an unsought guest such as yourself? So sit down and let's have a chat. With everything said and done, I think I deserve at least this much, right? Cutting to the chase. I like that. Simply put, my friend, I need your help. You may or may not know this, but Penacony's far murkier than it seems. The family's eyes are everywhere, but you get the drift. My goal is simple. Help the IPC retrieve some things that belong to them in the first place. If you agree, when this is done, you will stand to reap great rewards, as well as the preservation's protection. It's clear you're not just one of the crowd. You possess a distinct quality, so magnetic that it could sway the outcome of any game. That power, you really don't wish to use it. Or you don't want to be rid of it. Why not use it to etch your name across the stars? The power that men both fear and desire is right in the palms of your hands. Mr. Stellaron, have I hit the nail on the head? I know now. You don't have to answer me now. Sit on it for a while. When the time is right, I will look for you again. Of course, you can confer with your colleagues as well, or go as far as to use me in turn. I welcome that notion, because it will also show me your true value. I don't do deals where I'm on the losing end, so I hope that friends don't let me down. I already said there's no rush to give me an answer, because no matter what happens, the outcome will remain the same. Oh yes, before I go, let's play another game. A simple game to get to know each other better. You just have to guess which hand the chip is hiding in. It'll help me get a better grasp on your personality and the way you do things. Left or right? Get ready. I'm about to reveal the answer. No? I didn't get your answer. Oh, but that's fine because... Friend, the game has already begun. Allow me to make you an offer. One you can't refuse. No reason to choose otherwise. And no other choice.
Hello there. Huh? What are you doing in my room?
Your room? Well played, friend. You haven't been in Penacony long, but you already know how to rope people into your cause. Oh, don't misunderstand. That was a mere reminder. This place runs deep with plenty of unsavory characters. Don't forget to stay on your toes. Like, keeping your door closed. I'll make my exit now. Have a pleasant stay.
Why haven't you left? Why do I have to? I jest. Take it easy. This is indeed your room. I was just passing by. I'm trying to find my own room too, and I heard a commotion here. So I came to take a look. Luckily your door was open, or could have gotten dangerous. That man looked like he was up to no good. Anyway, as long as you're all right. I should return to my room too. But before I go, can I ask you a question? You may think it somewhat strange, perhaps even rude. But I wish to know, have we met somewhere before? Yes, it was a dream. I had a dream on my way here, and I think you were in it. A blink of a thought in my head. This is your name, isn't it? Pleased to meet you. You forget. That man mentioned it before he left. My memory's not very good, but it's not so bad that I can't remember details from just minutes ago. Galaxy Ranger Acheron. This is what they call me. You can call me whatever you want. I doubt we'll meet again. Lastly, a gentle reminder. There are people who possess unwavering resolution and faith, even unto death, and they do not wield such conviction for good. And on that man's face I see such a similar expression. One who wears a blade must use it to cut eventually. And when a gambler has nothing to lose on the table, he will surely go for broke and bet it all on a final hand. That is all I can say. I thought you should know all this before making a choice. Goodbye.
Acheron left. Strange. I can't shake off this odd feeling I have. Forget it. It's taken a while, but at least I can finally enter the dream.
Sorry, can you point me in the direction of the lobby? All these hallways really look the same to me.
Seems like it's over. Time to work the dream pool according to the Dreamscape Pass's instructions. Nice!
Welcome to Penacony, honored guest. Very soon, all your dreams will leap forth before you. Please step into the dream and let go of the sorrows and worries of life. Close your eyes and let Please relax. Feel the ebb and flow of your body. Just focus on breathing and imagine you're in paradise. Imagine a dreamland.
What is it, Ratio? Why the long face? Hey, I just realized. Where's that handsome bust of yours?
You're late. By 4 minutes and 16 seconds. You better have solved the mystery of Akavili's fall. Otherwise, I suggest not tangling with the nameless.
You mean you don't believe me when I say I truly wish to befriend them?
Clamorous people do not make friends. Fun fact, the Atini Peacock boasts one of the universe's more jarring songs, and your choice of attire is somewhat peacock-esque. It seems this peacock is short of a feather or two. The family's been rummaging through your things, haven't they?
Yeah, by that gray-suited fellow. All the cash gifts and the box containing the cornerstones. Huh? Where are you going?
Back home. To tell the corporation that some idiot ruined everything.
Oh, it's nothing more than a few rocks. Why so serious? Who cares if they're gone?
Without that aventurine stone, you're nothing more than a doomed Sigonian thrall, sentenced to die by the IPC. Or is that serial number on your neck a cherished memento from the Amber Lord?
You're funny, I'll give you that. It appears our erudite friend has done his homework.
It's my job. How would a gambler wrest Penacony back from the IPC otherwise?
Don't worry, Doctor, I have my ways. The family fears interference from the IPC, hence their constant intervention. Or to play devil's advocate, perhaps Penacony might have always been a ruse under the guise of the Harmony. If you ask me, that invite is nothing but a self-planted diversion. A red herring. Or maybe they're thinking of pulling off something big during the Charmony Festival. Or someone else made the invite, and they acquiesced to elevating the magnitude of the plan. Well, regardless, be it the family or the Watchmaker's legacy, as long as they're all useful to me.
Get to the point. What's your plan?
Well, no need to expand on that now. It's not yet time to reveal my trump card.
Damned gambler. Any true collaboration demands trust. Did that notion somehow escape your Sigonian upbringing?
Then, do you trust me?
That depends on you.
So you don't trust me either. Now that was easy, wasn't it? Also, I didn't go to school, and my parents didn't teach me any of that. A pity. They left before they could impart any life lessons.
I did not mean to offend.
None taken. But they did teach me that friends are weapons of the Avgens. Even under the watchful eye of the Harmony, our friends' performances have far exceeded my expectations. Let's see. The Garden of Recollection and the Astral Express have already made contact. The Annihilation Gang, I can't really count on them. The Knights of Beauty haven't given their answer, and as for the bunch at the tavern... Speaking of which, I ran into a woman just now who introduced herself as a Galaxy Ranger. The whole conversation felt off. Help me look into her. Huh? Oh, you don't really disdain me that much, do you? Well, seems like I'm on my own again.
So this is the dreamscape? The atmosphere here creeps me out, and What was that weird noise just now?
The Dreamscape Hotel. Under construction. Please receive instructions from the Ho service, aft, and enter through the designated.
Note?
This way! Can you see me? Over here. Please, come this way.
I thought I heard a familiar voice. Is it coming from the painting?
You're here. Wonderful. Oh, I thought you wouldn't notice me. Welcome to the Gallery of Thoughts. You can think of this as the entrance to the Golden Hour. I'm here to provide guidance to our guests. Huh? You remember me? I'm so glad. This is a temporary interchange, so it looks a little rundown. The Reverie in the Dreamscape is currently undergoing a revamp. I apologize for any unpleasantness in your stay, but if you enter the Golden Hour, I'm sure all your troubles will dissipate in an instant. Oh, you're asking about the Reverie in the Dreamscape, right? I'm not sure exactly either. I'm sorry. You've perhaps read about it in your Dreamscape past, but I can explain it one more time. Golden Hour is one of the 12 dreamscapes in Penacony, and its time coincides with midnight. Here, the dream's time is forever stuck in the moment before midnight. Tomorrow will not come, and this night of revelry will never end. But that doesn't mean that time is stopped in the dream. To avoid any physical or mental burden on guests, time in the dream has been synced with realities, so don't worry. Note? Did you find it in the room? It wasn't trash left behind by the previous guest, was it? It was my mistake. I failed to tidy up properly and caused an inconvenience for you. I'm truly sorry. You just go right through that door to reach Golden Hour. I wish you an unforgettable dream. Right through that doorway is Golden Hour. If you've any other questions, I'm more than happy to answer them. I wish you unforgettable dreams in Penacony.
Behind this door is the real Penacony. I'm looking forward to it.
What's that? What happened?
What?
Are you alright? Well, you are in the dreamscape after all.
Seems like our guest here hasn't gotten used to the transition. fret not. Feeling a sense of weightlessness is normal for new visitors. Robin, please guide our friend in getting more comfortable with the new environment.
Leave it to me. Don't worry, just relax. You'll be feeling like your normal self in no time. Inhale. Now exhale. You should be feeling fully in control now. Welcome to Penacony. It was a song with a harmonic tune.
Relax. Just did some tuning on you with the resonance of the harmony to allow you to control your limbs freely in the dreamscape. Essentially, the dream of Penacony is a world formed by memoria. Only by fully understanding its nature can you move freely within it. It's like learning to swim. It's easy to sink at first when you aren't accustomed to the water, but once you get the hang of it, you can float and swim on the surface effortlessly. Thanks for the compliment. In fact, we don't really have an in-depth understanding of the memoria. Unless you're one of the memo keepers of the Garden of Recollection, it can be difficult at first to manipulate the memoria as you wish. But once you've been tuned by the harmony, you can use the same laws of physics from the real world to understand how the dream world works. Oh, oops. I've fallen into my professional habits again. I just can't seem to shake off this urge to be a know-it-all.
Don't mind him. He's always like that. Please, enjoy the beautiful dreamscape the family has built for everyone. We shall take our leave. Have a blast!
The Dreamscape sales store. Should I visit it? This place is bustling. There are so many people living in the Dreamscape.
part of the family. Raise and laugh and enjoy. Make your dreams last. Mr. Herring, ride the flavor waves and conquer the culinary wind.
Wait, did that billboard just move? According to the map, that's the Dreamscape sales store. Is that a giant eyeball?
Trailblazers from the Astral Express. Welcome to Dreamscape Sales Store. It's the magic of psychoanalysis, sir. Dr. Edward is happy to assist you. Here's where you get to experience all sorts of fascinating dreamscapes. From the top-notch productions of Glock Studios to private donations. We have it all. If I'm not mistaken, this is your first visit to Penacony, isn't it? Please be rest assured that Dr. Edward will provide the best service you can find in helping you purchase your first dreamscape and indulge in an exclusive and marvelous dreamland journey. And that's the end of my analysis. I'm sure you'll be a fan of this dream bubble. It's a contribution from an anonymous donor and is said to contain the memory of the fallen Eon Nakavili. I can assure you that this dream bubble is perfect for you. It's the magic of psychoanalysis. Well, let's begin. Please close your eyes and rest your forehead against the dream bubble.
Trailblazer from the Astral Express. Do you plead guilty?
I won't make any explanatory or leading comments on the content of this dream bubble. In the dream bubble, you will be living through another person's past memories. You will experience what the original owner of the memory once experienced. If any details are missing from the dream bubble, your subconscious will make up for it by substituting the missing content with something similar.
The sins you've committed are beyond pardon. But I respect every individual's right to carry out volunteer work. Give this place a thorough cleaning!
My apologies. When I received this dream bubble, some of the audio tracks were missing. Perhaps even the memorial is unable to transmit the voice of Akivili. However, I can make some adjustments to the dream bubble to improve your experience. Meaning you can choose anyone's voice for Akivili's. As long as it's a voice you're familiar with, I'll be able to replicate it in your subconscious. Well, it must be someone you're close to. Unless you're willing to accept a very unpleasant listening experience. Well, please, make a decision. I'll do my best to fulfill your needs. Your voice in a different genre. That's not a challenge, but no matter. Dr. Edward will make it happen. The replication is complete. Now you can enjoy an enhanced dreamscape experience.
Do you, as well as the other passengers, take responsibility for the following malicious conduct? You rode snowmobiles into the Taikian Stadium and disrupted the match, causing the match to be suspended. Because of you, 20 Trailblazers were forced to repair the severely damaged exterior of the stadium for 3 months without pay. Do you plead guilty to this charge?
Yes, I plead guilty.
You sneaked into the Hai Zoo and splurged half an Amber Era's crew budget on 250 Nosewalker cubs. You kept them in the restroom, where they were left to breed and multiply uncontrollably, causing other carriages to be filled with sewage. Do you plead guilty to this charge?
Yes, I plead guilty.
You barged into the kitchen of the dining carriage, claiming that the whole area needed disinfection. This resulted in the loss of 42 crispy, crumbly pom-pom pies. And because you also took the last serving of the express special in the fridge, I was left starving. Do you plead guilty to this charge?
The first one is clearly a result of your own doing. But I do admit to consuming the last serving of the express special.
Ahem! Don't get carried away just yet. This is only the beginning of your list of culinary offenses. There are cases of entire entries disappearing from the express databank. Plants in the parlor car being watered with Soul Glad. Disrupting the conductor's rest with noise! And a break-in to the conductor's exclusive snack vault.
Perhaps it is. But I won't make any explanatory or leading comments on the content of this dream bubble.
And that's not even half the list. There are a total of 46 cases of malicious conduct. Do you admit to being the culprit in every case?
Sorry. I am indeed the worst nameless in the universe.
No, you are not.
Could there be anyone worse than me?
Of course there is!
Who?
That guy who blew up the train into 2 pieces!
That's all? for the content of this dream bubble. How was your experience? This dream bubble aligns with what you desire in your subconscious. If you're interested in experiencing the dream bubble again, you can purchase it with credits. This dream bubble is indeed pricey. Still, please give it some consideration. Well, are you going to buy it? Thank you. Hope to see you next time. Oh, right. As this is your first time using the dream bubble, here's a sticker for you. You can use it to decorate your dreamscape past and commemorate your unique trip to Penacony.
I was hoping I would find some clues about the Nameless up here. Well, can't expect it to be that easy.
She went that way! Get her!
What's going on? What's all the commotion about?
Maybe you're looking for some psychoanalytic therapy.
A dream about eons?
Don't even think about running away. You stowaway.
Sorry for bothering you. Please, I need your help.
Hey, look! She has an accomplice.
Ha! Good work! Now we can nab them both in one go!
More enemies. Time for a buzz. Specimen sighted. Deeper!
Thanks. You're too good to me. Stand still. Not bad.
You took the bait. Time for a buzz. Perfect.
It's time. Hit!
Relax.
Not a scratch.
Time for a buzz. Commencing research.
Cutting the net. Stand still.
It's getting late.
That's enough, boys. Sir. What's gotten into you all? Open your eyes and take a good look. Is this lady the stowaway we're looking for?
Huh? Who's this?
Don't you know him? Look at his brown hair and grey vest. He's the officer, sent here by the family to maintain order at the Charmony Festival. I see. Sir, the thing is, we're trying to apprehend a stowaway. And that young lady there looks very suspicious. We're sure she's the one.
That's nonsense. Take another look, will ya? The witness report says that the suspect is a lad with silver hair, and you guys are going after a girl with silver hair. Does that even make sense? She's our guest. Well, just get out of my way and I'll take care of this.
Yes, sir.
Sorry for all the trouble you went through back there. I'm Gallagher from the Bloodhound family, and those idiots are some young bloodhounds I've been training. Because of their youth and inexperience, they mistook an honored guest of Penacony for a criminal. This is indeed a regrettable mistake. I'd like to offer my sincerest apology to you on behalf of the Bloodhound family. The Bloodhound family are guards of the Dreamscape. We're in charge of security here, and our duties include arresting people who try to enter our world illegally. We got a tip that some criminals were planning to take advantage of the festivities around the Charmony Festival to sneak into Penacony. Now that the festival is just around the corner, there are likely many shady characters lurking around. Don't worry. I believe this is just a misunderstanding. How could such a lovely girl like you be a stowaway?
Thanks. Without your kind help, I wouldn't know what to do.
Just part of the job. I need to get going. If you need help, you can reach out to me through the young bloodhounds in this area. I wish you an enjoyable experience in this land of dreams.
I owe you a big one. If it hadn't been for you, I might have been taken away by them. I understand. It's only right to return the favors I receive. By the way, I've just noticed. You're a nameless, right? Is this your first time here on Penacony? You have the Astral Express badge on you. I saw it on the big screen once. I also know that you guys often travel around different places in the cosmos. Did the family invite you here? I'd be happy to show you around. Although the Bloodhounds mistook me for a stowaway, I'm actually a local. My name is Firefly, and I'm from the Iris family. I work as a stage performer, although right now I'm just an extra. When there are no acting gigs, I work as a guide near Glox Avenue. If you don't mind, I can show you all the exciting things around here. Maybe if I do my job as a guide, people will stop suspecting me. Glad to hear that. After all, you just did me a huge favor. Over here!
It's not a bad idea to get to know about this place.
Watch your step now.
Ride the flavor waves and conquer the
The first stop most people head to as soon as they arrive in the Dreamscape is the OT Mall. The Dreamscape sales stores here is super famous. There are also stores that sell luxury goods, apparel, trendy toys, and even cars. As long as you have enough alfalfa coins, you can buy anything you fancy. Items purchased in the Dreamscape can also be brought into reality through an extra service. Unfortunately, the transfer of automobiles to the real world is not available at the moment. You can come back for them next time. Just outside the mall is the plaza! Follow me! I'll buy you a nice meal.
Give him a kid's meal.
We're here. Hey, have you ever heard of this saying that goes, in a dream, hunger is the most precious spice? Well, you can find all kinds of local delicacies here. Clocky pizza, oat cake rolls, alfalfa salad, and the classic Soul Glad. Feel free to pick up anything you like. Today it's my treat. You're welcome. This is... Are you done ordering? You have great taste. I'll get the bill. Now, let's go this way.
Give him a kid's meal.
I still gotta get in line in a dream.
This is the luxury store I told you about earlier. If we keep going, we'll reach Glox Avenue, which is the road to Golden Hour. Over here! Follow me! Please come this way. Let me show you something interesting. Look! That's the statue of Clocky, Penacony's famous cartoon character. It's the oldest and most famous animation from Penacony. It follows the adventurous life of Clocky and his friends in the town of Dreamville. To date, over 10,000 episodes have aired. I know, right? Isn't he adorable? By the way, do you know that Clocky's design is said to be inspired by none other than the legendary watchmaker? I can't believe you haven't heard of him. He was a legendary tycoon in the history of Penacony. the founder of the dreamscape. The man who turned dreams into reality. There are different stories out there about the Watchmaker's origin. Some said he was a traveling merchant from beyond the sky. Some claim that he was exiled to Penacony as a prisoner. And some speculate that he wasn't even a real person, just a symbol. The true story is anyone's guess, but everyone aspires to emulate his success and be the next Watchmaker. As his inspiring story became known across the cosmos, those with a dream flocked to Penacony in droves. They held feast after feast, eventually building the planet of festivities we have today. Everyone in Penacony knows this name. The cartoon character Clocky is portrayed as reckless and full of hot air. But I believe the real Watchmaker was a nameless. After all, creating the dreamscape sounds like just the kind of thing a Trailblazer would do. Hold on. If the Watchmaker really was a nameless, wouldn't that make him your predecessor? Would you like to take a picture with him? My pleasure. Here, give me your phone.
Hey! Hey, hey, hey! Help! Help me!
Huh? What's that? It looks like there's something on Clocky's face.
Help! Help me! Pull me out! Help me! Hey! Hey, hey, hey! Thank you, beautiful person. I'll repay your kindness. Go to the tree. Please go. There! I'll show you something nice.
Is there something wrong with Clocky's statue? Why did you suddenly jump just now? A bird with sharp edges and points. I don't think I saw it. Well, if you're okay, let's move on to the next stop, which is just a stone's throw away from here. Please follow me.
Checked off the list. My dream.
Can you see that building in the distance? That's the famous Grand Theater, another great landmark of Penacony. Has a pretty unique shape, doesn't he? In the real world, it was originally the central prison of Astana. The family renovated it in the dreamscape and transformed it into the glorious Penacony Grand Theater. Since the moment it was built, the Grand Theater has graced the entire dreamscape with its rendition of the Odes of Harmony. During the once-in-an-era Charmony Festival, family members will gather at the theater to welcome the harmonious choir that blesses Penacony with everlasting peace. And here we are, the best viewing spot in all of Golden Hour. Look, there's even a telescope here. When the Charmony Festival arrives, remember to be here early if you want to get a seat. Next, I'll bring you somewhere you can really have fun. That place up ahead is Ideen Park. Everything here is themed around Soulglad. It's a little crowded, so make sure you stay close to me. This
is the largest park in Golden Hour. It represents the soda culture of Penacony. The gigantic soda bottle houses the headquarters of the Soulglad Enterprise. Soulglad is said to have originated from a sweet medicinal syrup popular during the prison era. Invented by a man named Sousa, it was thus called the Sousa Juice. Ideen, an interstellar traveling merchant, saw the potential in the beverage and purchased the formula. Ideon then carbonated the beverage and renamed it Soulglad. He also pioneered the school of thought known as Syrupism, in which he promoted the consumption of Soulglad as a new kind of lifestyle. And just like that, he created a commercial miracle. Did you know? One of the ingredients in the original recipe for Sousa Juice, known as Dreamleaf, has gone extinct. That means the only place you can get a taste of Apocal Soulglad is in Penacony's Dreamscape. This is also the only place where one can fully experience the core values of Syrupism. Time waits for no one. Let me show you around. See these musical instruments playing themselves with no human performer in Penacony? Many objects and facilities have gained self-awareness due to the influence of the Memoria. After being tamed by the family, some of them form the Sweet Dreams Troupe to provide entertainment for guests. Be careful, though. Sometimes these animated objects can be affected by dangerous emotions or memories, and, transform into the destructive Dream Jolt Troupe. If you ever run into them, go ask the security guards nearby for help. Hey, there's a ride attendant over there. Let me get some Hi there. This is my friend's first visit to Penacony. May I get some Ideen tokens for him?
Of course. Please show me your Dreamscape pass. Name. Here's your Dreamscape pass and tokens. Be sure to keep a good hold of them. Have a good time.
How many tokens are there?
10. You may now enjoy the attractions in Penacony to the fullest.
Thanks! Let's try out some of the games nearby. Our goal is to use all the tokens. Let me see, which one should we try first? Since this is your first time here, I say we start with the easiest games. The Dreamy Slots and Lucky Wheel are pretty straightforward.
Not enough credits left? Where do I recharge?
Come on, give me that grand prize! Wow, you won something on your first attempt. Impressive. The one.
Not enough credits left?
Please do not hit the entertainment facilities.
Come on, give me that grand prize! playing. I'll go and get some drinks.
What's taking Firefly so long? Huh? She's heading towards the bar? I've used up all the tokens. Time to meet Firefly.
Did you have fun? Penacony's golden hour is pretty amazing, isn't it? I'm not sad. It's just that this dream is so loving and forgiving. It's vast and deep like an ocean. Even the humblest people can find solace here. I really appreciate your help earlier today. That's why I took the chance to introduce this beautiful place to you. It was willing to accept me, even though I didn't belong here. I've grown very fond of this place, and that makes me want to share it with others. I am. At least for now. Hey, could you come closer? Closer, please. I have a question for you. Did you travel here alone? Oh, I see. I'm not sure whether you've realized it or not, but I took you through a very long scenic route and visited all kinds of places just now because, well, someone's been following you. Don't turn around. I'm certain that you're his target. He's been on our tail since we parted ways with Mr. Gallagher. I wondered whether he was a friend of yours, but my instincts told me he wasn't. He's about 5 feet, 9 inches tall, give or take. Judging from his strong build, it's clear that he's well trained. He walks in long strides, but his steps are light and barely audible. That way of walking doesn't leave footprints. He looks like a skilled fighter, the covert kind. He has large palms, yet his fingers are slender and nimble. I reckon he has experience using knives, like a short sword or a dagger. Do you know anybody like that? A maroon jacket, emerald eyes, dark blue hair. Ah, he's coming our way.
Hey, well, if it isn't my most loyal customer, the Trailblazer guy. It's been such a long time, old friend. What a coincidence to run into you here. Oh my, I'm in luck today. Yes, it's none other than your old friend, Sampo. You're surprised to see me? You know, it's thanks to you that I can be here. You helped Urello 6 open up to the outside.
This gentleman is?
Oh, Miss March, don't you remember me? After all the favors I did for you all in Bellabog?
My name is Firefly? I'm a stage performer from the Iris family.
Oh, no wonder. I was just thinking, there's no way Miss March could change her appearance so dramatically in such a short time. It's my pleasure to meet you. My name is Sampo, and I'm an old pal of his. Ooh, seems like we're getting on the same wavelength now.
Mr. Sampo, what's the purpose of your visit to Penacony?
My purpose? You're funny. What else can I do in Penacony? Well, I just hang around, daydream, and do the things that anyone on vacation would do. Speaking of which, old pal, since fate brings us here, I'm obliged to give you a tour of this area. I've been watching you two for a long time. Miss Firefly does know Penacony well, but when it comes to entertainment for grown-ups, I think I can do much better.
Entertainment for grown-ups?
Looks like my analysis is spot on. Follow me, you two. Let me give you a taste of the adult world.
Well, Mr. Sampo.
Anything bothering you, Miss Firefly? Don't worry. This isn't going to involve anything illegal.
Everything's full of sugar.
It takes a long time to reach the other side on foot. How about we just bounce over there using the pinball machine?
Pinball machine? He is not fully acclimated to the dreamscape yet. This could get dangerous.
Dangerous? Miss Firefly, we're in a beautiful dreamland crafted by the family. How could it be dangerous? This is the perfect place to have some thrills. Come on, pal. Show her what you're made of.
Is this the lower level of the commercial district?
Bingo! Our destination is right there. Peppy Papeshi Salon. This is no ordinary salon. The only guests allowed to enter are the Papeshi people, or those with VIP cards. But then again, nothing is too difficult for Sempo. here we are again, pal!
Huh? Oh, it's you. You here to relax?
Right! I have 2 friends here who want to come with me. Any seats left inside?
How many of you?
3.
Show me your VIP card.
No problem. Here it is.
I'm talking about your friends. I've already seen yours.
Well, how can my friends have VIP cards when they've only just arrived? Can you make an exception and let them in? I'll provide my VIP card as guarantee that they won't cause any trouble. Okay?
No, I can't break the rules. Please go home if you don't have the card.
Well, seems like we can't go in.
Just stay cool. Let me think of something. Got it. Okay, so we aren't going in anymore. But could you help me pick up something I left inside? The moment of betrayal. The cloud of doubt and everlasting hatred. Just mention the clown's items to Miss Thunderbolt. She'll understand what I mean. Just be patient. I'll explain everything when the time comes.
Sure thing. I'll deliver your message to her. Please wait here. Here's the items you asked for. Miss Thunderbolt said these alone wouldn't be enough. She wanted you to have these broken dreams. She said do with them as you see fit.
Miss Thunderbolt is such a thoughtful person. Thank you so much. Now, we're only short of one item, which we might be able to find in an arcade machine. Coincidentally, there's one at the salon entrance. Let's get moving. I want to show you something fun.
Why was this TV dumped on the side of the road?
I'm afraid you're mistaken, Miss Firefly. This is an arcade. This fine machine has a sense of aesthetics worthy of the dreamscape. It's nothing like the techie junk you see around Punk Lord. Hey, how about you try touching it and see what happens? I want to let you enjoy this first-hand experience. Of course, it's just a suggestion. If you aren't up for it, I'll do it myself. Oh my!
Wait, what? Why did you turn into this thing? You look so cool.
You got swag now, pal.
So, how did he turn into that?
Oh, you don't get it, do you? Well, she was sucked into the TV just now and swapped bodies with Hanu. Hold on, let me take a closer look. Look! The title of this game is Hanu's Adventure. According to the plot synopsis, you have been shrunken down by one of Stone's devices. You will embark on an epic adventure to rescue Dreamville with your miniature body. Now, if you want to return to your normal size, you have to do everything that Hanu has done in the cartoon series. Or you can just touch this TV. Ooh, here it says, enter the door to start your adventure. You have to climb inside from there to start your challenge, pal.
We'll cheer you on.
Of course we will. Good luck.
I finally caught you, you little Hanu! Oh, look how small you've become. You won't be able to escape this time! Your way is blocked! How pitiful! There's a huge secret that I would never tell you. If you swap bodies again through the TV, you'll be able to destroy the obstacle and break through. Oh! My mouth for revealing my secret. You foiled my plan again and taken the treasure I worked so hard to snatch away from other people. Fine, I'll admit it. You've rescued Dreamville once again. But you just wait. I'll be back!
You're back! Are you alright? I'm glad to hear that.
Look at that! You did great! This is the proverbial moment of freedom! You have earned it. Now that we've got everything we need, we just need to go into a dream. Just follow me. You're about to experience the real fun.
Welcome to Dreamscape Sales Store. Dr. Edward at your service. Trailblazer of the Astral Express. Here we are again. I see you've got two friends with you. Well, they seem like fun people.
Hello, Edward. I'd like my friends to try something fun, if you know what I mean.
Be my guest. Dr. Edward welcomes anyone who's ready for some excitement. How about we use your dreamscape, sir?
A superb idea, sir. Let's do it! The one from last night would be perfect!
What's going on?
This is a service we offer to our long-time customers. You can submit dreams you've recently had to me. With the relevant emotion prototypes, I'll be able to turn them into customized dream bubbles that can be experienced repeatedly.
Exactly! Looks like you've got the picture. You've probably woken up from a dream one time and wished you could just go back to dreaming it, right?
A dream I wished I could have continued after waking up.
Miss Firefly, I admire your eagerness, but please be patient. Allow me to use my dream as a demonstration.
I trust you have prepared all the necessary materials. Please, hand them over to me. Your donation is appreciated. The retrieval is complete. Calibrate the memoria and generate the dream bubble. It's ready. Please close your eyes and rest your forehead against the dream.
Jump on in, friend. I wish you a pleasant time.
Where's this?
Is this the clinic in the Bellabog underworld? Why is it empty?
This is a surprise that will be revealed later. You have to remember, in a dream, anything is possible. Oh, no need to be hasty now. You should take a moment to get used to the feeling of being in a dream within a dream.
Is this another note?
Oh, really? Well, you know what they say. Great minds dream alike. Stop nitpicking the details. If you ask me, I'd say you should take a look outside, but don't get frightened by what you see.
Huh?
What? What is happening?
Hahimara. Hahuriha. Hibaba. Esevu ashatana. Ezapokura hataya. Hebiyavu. Hanhero liberama. Lave liberababa. Habibidabra. Habara. Eshibera. Habira babare babara patati. Baparatata. He parapatava. Hayara tataya. He abarahaba. The abaratata. Hanahara hamba. Hashu. Habaratita baraba. The durable good data. Habara papa. He baraba. He cash barado. And barago ba. But I always better. Hurabatu, but I can't do better. Halala, we're a better to better, what I do, but I can die. I say, and but I can get it a better. Harabata, to the better shoe, tata. Ha, will I but think that a better, haratata, baratata.
I think that's what she means.
Ha! Superapata! Husapata, Habarata, Hanabadu, Habata. Esebadu, Halabada, Habadurabata Sarata. Habadu, Sabata, Huzabara Titodu.
I'm confused.
Hobita Fatibi, Habadibada Haya.
Muga makahatana agama hinakata. Go mata hitta mono hinakata. De hata hodo jigo honahata. To de datta hodo hetta da. Makana datta. だが、元なが、なったかなは、いな、たたのたた。とか、またた、はったたたた。でたた、とと、たたこけ、はっぺくたか。ほ、てっとな、はは、きっとなった。ただひたた、どれかは。 Todo hita na hata takuto hita hoppe kita.
Ugaha Noncha Ara Kaparana Gasa Muron Ton Kakasto Kutsu Baranto Yaga Aranta Ga? Gapara naratara Ukaka mchara Momaha Apasakata Son como Aparurada Mama!
Can I have fun this time? Time for a buzz.
Good times never last. Time to say bye. Boom.
Deeper! Good as new.
Stand still.
Not a scratch. Lance ablaze. Lance! Forward!
To travel far away.
Thanks. You're too good to me.
More enemies. Time for a buzz. This combat needs optimizing. This is double speed.
Cutting the net.
I think something bit me.
Relax.
Specimen sighted. Here, try this.
Thanks. You're too good to me. Good times never last. Time to say bye. Boom. Stand still.
Reach the end of the story in your own way.
Yahtara. Yakama unkapira. Yakama unkapira.
Narutada. Akagamatas. Daradi Horurud. Daratati. Darada Darateto.
Moyo. Moyo wado wano ka. Tolo tolo wano kala kola ka. Chono chono chikona dolako.
Piso donkaka. Doi gole okaji. Daradado. Daradadadaba. 这个 자라자자 저거 걸음아가다가 다르다도 자르다달라보 포토 잘라자잘라고 토임에 팔라라
노노가이 타니마니가 오다고기 고마이가고 노모 오나오기 고나 오마도마가가
파파도 요네 일레기마.
모두가 넘어가. 이치고 노노가가.
일하라고 가라키가.
I finally collected 3 proofs of trust. Let's go back and deliver them?
어서! 어머들이 하이 아무다 오래비. 운세파 해세페. 야, 고자반 하여다. 자비라 아야. 고데베 도다 바리메다. 에사베두 아야세베로.
Is this where the final battle will take place? Not sure how I feel about this. Such a tragic scene. Didn't they say the Garbage King would wait for me here? Have I been set up?
What a bummer. I was really looking forward to seeing how our friend was going to overthrow the Garbage King. What a huge pity. Such a meaningful dream came to an abrupt halt because of Miss Firefly. I was looking forward to seeing your face when the truth dawned on you. Hint at? No, more like reveal. Don't you want to find out the truth behind the dream? Don't let all that pretty scenery in the dream world distract you from your goal. As soon as you get complacent, you lose sight of the truth. Don't you think this dream bubble looks really similar to modern-day Penacony? A small stage is crowded with a bunch of scheming people. None of them want to be exposed under the spotlight, so they all push you to the front. You're not at home anymore, kid. You've wandered into the depths of the unknown. Let me put it to you straight. Don't let yourself get enticed by that glowing light. I'm gonna be very disappointed if you get bamboozled by the likes of them. Same as always, pal. If you still don't get it, just turn around and take a look. Is that girl still here? She claims to be a local, but doesn't know how this world works. All she's got is street smarts. Who exactly is she? You don't find her the least bit suspicious? You better hurry up and confront her if you have any questions. Don't let her off scot-free. See you around, pal. Don't let me down.
What did Sampo mean? Is Firefly hiding something? I must find her and demand an explanation from her. She shouldn't be too far off.
I'm sorry. Thank you. There are things I'm hiding from you. I'm not a local. And there's a reason why the Bloodhound family is after me. I also have my own purpose for joining you on your journey. But still, I appreciate your help. I mean it from the bottom of my heart. And my admiration for the Nameless is also genuine. You guys have been to a lot of worlds, met people from all walks of life, and experienced all sorts of things. Every day is a new beginning for you guys. Can I bring you one more place? It isn't another tourist attraction. It's my very own secret base. And I'll do my best to tell you everything I know when we get there. Thanks. Let's go this way.
Huh? Is something crying for help over there?
Help! Help me! Someone's dying! Please, come here! Yes! Yes! Please help! Someone's life is in your hands! Wait! Can you see me?
Is there a problem?
Can you really see me? Tick-tock! Wonderful! This is awesome! There's still hope for Misha! Who haven't introduced myself. My name is Clocky. I'm a famous celebrity in Penacony. My friends and I keep the peace in this small town. They are Hanu, Mr. Soda, Origami Bird, Hamster Ball Knight, and Misha. Misha's in trouble! Tick-tock! Help! Help!
Clocky? Do you mean you saw a cartoon character that doesn't exist in real life? Where is he? I can't see him.
Tick-tock! I guess I'm only visible to those with the innocence, kindness, and honesty of a child. Like this kid here clad in gray!
But I think you look older than me in terms of appearance.
Tick-tock! Tick-tock! My great friend, since you can see me, then you must be able to help me. My friend Misha is in trouble. I'm begging you to help him before it's too late.
Huh. Well, are you gonna help this, Clocky that only you can see? I don't think you're lying, as anything can happen in a dream. We can just head to the place I mentioned later.
Tick-tock! Tick-tock! Hurry up and follow me, great friend! Misha's in trouble! He's over there! Let me bring you to him!
The name of Misha rings a bell to me. Anyway, better check out what's going on.
Come on! Chop chop! Move as fast as the hamster ball knight!
There's a crowd over there. Looks like something that
Everyone, please, calm down! Everyone, please stay calm!
You broke the rules, and now you're gonna have to pay the price.
Punish him, boss. Punish him, boss.
How did it come to this?
Who's Misha?
See? I wasn't lying! Misha really is in trouble! Tick-tock! I'm begging you, my gray friend! Begging you! Please help Misha!
Wait, are you talking to Clocky? I'm really curious too.
Tick-tock! Tick-tock! It's all Stone's fault that things have turned out this way! Of all the lowlifes in Dreamville, Stone's the worst! He's a greedy man who wants to drive everyone out of Dreamville so that he can have all the precious stones to himself! He instructed his underlings to wreak havoc in the dreamscape, taking away everyone's positive emotions! Since then, the town has been filled with anxiety and disputes. We're no longer a family! As the guardian of Dreamville, I can't just sit back and do nothing. By using the power of clockwork, I can direct the flow of positive emotions in the dreamscape back into people's hearts. That way, everyone can patch up their differences and get along again! My gray friend, I require your assistance. I have a feeling you'll be able to master the power of clockwork. After all, you're the special one who can see me. Also, you're a new visitor to this world, which means we have the element of surprise. If you take action now, we can catch him off guard. Here, I'll show you. First, close your eyes. Tick-tock! Now, our minds have merged into one. Can you feel an energy surging through your body? All we have to do is use clockwork on that cranky gangster boss and inject good emotions into him. Then we'll have won! Please bear in mind that you should never use clockwork with malicious intent. We're the Guardians of Dreamville, after all. Tick-tock!
Mind your own business, lad. I have to let that lady there know she's messed with the wrong person. What got into me just now?
Hey, he seems normal now. That's wonderful! You did it! Great! It means you've mastered the art of clockwork.
Oh, was I about to get into a fight with that lady? Was I crazy?
What's wrong with the boss?
What's the boss? Hey, may I ask you a question? Were you the one who made me simmer down earlier? I wasn't my normal self. Ooh, thanks for doing that. If we'd laid a finger on our guests just now, we would have faced severe punishment from the Bloodhound family. I'm so sorry for stirring up all this trouble. Alas, why did I get so worked up all of a sudden? It's baffling.
Oh, my great friend! You have to tell him that Stone is behind this.
Stone? I'm not sure I get what you mean. Anyway, I owe everyone a proper apology. Gang, line up and say sorry to our honored guests, huh?
Sure. Oh, okay. Yeah, sure.
Ready? Go!
The trouble we caused.
Wow, they look really sincere. In that case, can you ask them to leave now?
Sure thing, huh? You're the boss. Hey, gang, let's give our VIP some space, huh?
Yes, boss.
We meet again. Are you the one who helped settle everything down here?
Misha, are you acquainted with this great friend of mine?
He's an esteemed guest whom I befriended recently. I told you about him before. Does it ring a bell?
Oh, it's him!
Anyway, thanks a lot. If you hadn't gotten here in time, I would have been in a real mess.
Thank you. I'm surprised we get to see each other again so soon. About all the commotion just now? I heard a bunch of masked fools were causing a ruckus on the streets. I happened to be passing through, got stopped for questioning, and there were some misunderstandings along the way. Anyway, I owe you another one.
Is this lady your friend too?
Well, we've only met each other once before, but he is a kind soul for helping me at the hotel. It's my pleasure to meet you, beautiful lady.
Beautiful lady?
By the way, what did you do to that man earlier? It was like someone took him on an emotional roller coaster.
I was wondering about that too. What happened back there exactly?
a big part too. Without you doing the clockwork, Dreamville would have been in some real trouble.
Flocky?
Yes, that cartoon character. I think he's shown up in reality? I mean, in the dreamscape. I don't really know how a cartoon character could show up around here, but according to our friend here, only honest people with childlike innocence can see him.
It seems like I'm too old to qualify for that. If Clocky really exists, that can explain a lot of things.
Huh. Can you see me too?
I can feel the presence of something inexplicable next to you. But it's a shame that I can't communicate with him like you can. We can both perceive these extraordinary things in the dream, probably due to our ability to react to memoria. But you're more attuned to it than I am. I thought your heightened perception was caused by something the elegant memo keeper might have left in your mind. Now it seems to me there are many more special beings like her in this dream. Shortly after we parted ways, I met a lady wearing a black veil who was also a guest at the hotel. We had a good time talking about the event over drinks. It's a shame that I forgot to ask her for her name. I only know that she's from the Garden of Recollection.
Garden of Recollection? Is that the group that serves the Eon of Remembrance?
Exactly. They traverse freely between different worlds as mimetic entities and are only visible to certain people. Doesn't she sound very much like that Flocky you saw? After all, it is a grand event held by the family. The guest list could be a lot longer than we imagined. Once again, thank you for being kind to me. I wish you a great time in the dream, and I shall not interrupt your date.
No, we're not on a date. She's gone. Well, shall we?
I'll let you get back to your beeswax. Thanks, my brave friend.
I really appreciate your help. The Nameless are indeed a bunch of talented people. May our paths cross again.
May our paths cross again. Tick-tock.
Please come with me. I hope that you won't be distracted by some invisible friend again. Sorry. I'm afraid we need to take the pinball machine to reach this place. You go first, and I'll be right behind you.
Her secret stronghold is a cafe?
Here we are. This is the place. No, it isn't. This is. Yes, it's right inside. It doesn't matter. Anything can happen in a dream. And there are lots of people falling from the sky every day. The pedestrians aren't going to be fazed by anything. Let me show you how to do it. It's going to be very dark at first, so you'll have to stay close to me.
Hey, let me ask you something. Is following girls around like a lost puppy your way of getting their attention? You've been doing this for nearly half a system hour.
To be more precise, it's been 45 minutes. Time sure flies when you're having fun, doesn't it?
Spare me. Beautiful eyes, though. Are you from Sigonia?
Need another hint? I'm an Avgen.
My eyes might not be as pretty as yours, but there's no problem with my vision. You Sigonians are notorious throughout the entire universe. Liars, thieves, social manipulators, wolves in sheep's clothing. You're really living up to the reputation. I say, you belong to the space under the manhole cover, not in a dream. There's one right over there. Off you go.
I'll pass. The gloomy shade of a place like that just wouldn't go with my vibe. Dreamville is frivolous, vain, and flashy, and that suits me just fine. Also, it never rains here. My outfit is too expensive to be exposed to the elements.
Cut it out and go home, you slick talker. We are fools, but we aren't stupid. We aren't interested in playing the friend game with the lapdogs of the IPC.
Really? You've never been friends with anyone from the IPC?
Do you think I know nothing about the history of Penacony? Don't drag me into your banal office politics!
Fool, you've been left with no choice since the moment you accepted the invitation to be here. You better pick a side while you have the chance. Or else you'll end up losing everything.
You sound very sure of yourself. Looks like you've already convinced that chicken wing boy from the family. How did you do it, little peacock? Did you strip yourself naked, apologize to him on your knees, and promise that the IPC would never harm Penacony? Friends? Oh, please. You guys only treat others as your bargaining chips.
Oh, what's wrong with chips? In any gamble, the only players that will never be on the losing side are the chips. My friends from the Garden of Recollection and the Astral Express are all smart enough to understand that.
But the smarter ones wouldn't have joined the game in the first place. See? I'm smarter. Listen, little peacock. You've been invited by the tavern before, too. If you want the masked fools to get on board, you need to figure out what it is the laughter wants. Here's a hint for you. Since you can't convince anyone, why don't you find a rock to be friends with? At least a rock won't be able to refute your arguments. So long.
Thanks. I'll keep your advice in mind. What a pain in the neck. I guess I'll have to meet with the family again.
Here. We're almost there.
Dreams are supposed.
Look! This place is breathtaking, isn't it? Guests aren't allowed here, so we have to be careful not to get caught. Don't worry, this place isn't dangerous, just, think of this as the border of Golden Hour. The family is still building and remodeling the dreamscape beyond here. My secret stronghold is in this area. Let's sneak inside.
I am so ready for this day to be a little more to the left.
Excuse me, there's a construction site ahead. Unauthorized personnel are not allowed in.
Drat! We're caught right away. Let me try. Could you, please make an exception? We're not gonna cause any trouble.
Not a chance. Our boss made it clear that only the dreamers are allowed here.
He won't budge.
Who? Never heard of him. I wouldn't let you in even if the Dream Master were here. None of your tricks are going to work. Please do yourself and me a favor and go home.
Seems like he won't give in. Let me think of another way.
Perhaps Clocky's Clocky power trick can come in handy? This doesn't count as malicious intent, right?
None of your tricks are going to work. Please do yourself and me a favor and go home.
How many times do I have to repeat myself? Unauthorized personnel are not allowed at the construction site. Ugh! Do you two really want to stay here and test my patience? You're gonna regret it. Don't try talking back to me! I deal with punks like you all the time. You fear for nothing just because you're young and energetic. You idle away your time every day, going around, stirring up trouble. You contribute nothing to society. Let me help you spoiled brats learn the hard way. Go, Sweet Dreams Troop! Teach them a lesson!
Not bad. Can I have fun this time? Time for a buzz. Deep breath.
Thanks. You're too good to me.
It's time.
Relax.
Lance ablaze. Lance! Forward!
Time for a buzz.
It's time.
Stand still.
You took the bait.
Good times never last. Time to say bye. Boom.
Darn it! I can't believe I've lost! Is this the power of youth? If I'd had that power back then, would we have ended up differently, Mia? All right. You can go in. As the winner here, you deserve it.
Seems like he's taking this winning and losing thing a little too seriously. Well, at least we finally get to go through. Never imagined that's how we'd end up getting past the guard. That trick of Clocky's really is amazing.
All right. You can go in. As the winner here, you deserve it.
Time for a buzz. Here, try this.
Relax.
This is double speed.
Hit.
Time for a buzz.
Stand still. The human body is beautiful in its fragility.
Proceed with caution. I've got your back. Rise! World Cleansing Dragon! Not a scratch. Bloom. The dead return! Break! The consequences are mine to bear.
The path ends here. For the rest of the way, we need to borrow the Dreamer's tools. What happens next is going to blow your mind.
different points in space are linked together?
Now we can go to the other side. This is how the Nightingale family repairs the dreamscape. Fascinating, isn't it? We can use the building materials that are floating around in the air. Like stepping on planks, floating on water. Let's go that way.
Rise! World-cleansing dragon.
Hit! Lance! Forward!
Inevitable.
I underestimated you.
Break! Rise! The consequences are mine to bear.
We can get to the rooftop of the opposite building from here, but it requires a device. I remember it's hidden here. And it comes out just like that. No matter how many times I've seen it, it still looks magical. Let's go.
World-cleansing dragon.
Lance! Forward!
Rise!
Time for a fun.
World-cleansing dragon.
Lance! Forward!
Grace.
This is double speed.
Hit!
consequences are mine to bear. World Cleansing Dragon.
Time for a buzz.
Receive divinity.
Lance! Forward!
World Cleansing Dragon.
Time for a buzz.
This is double speed.
Rise.
Time for a buzz.
The consequences are mine to bear.